I come in here to do prayers and sing and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna face the camera away and record. So let's shut the bubbles off. I started feeling like my heart was skipping and kind of like being podunky, I don't know, just being podunky, my heart, from a long-standing, covert, very calculated, tactful, taking arsenic poisoning on top of totally them needing to erase me so that nobody can see what the fuck is really going on with me. So, I come into the water and pray of the water. Lord, bless this water to bless my body. I'm on very limited sleep, so I'm asking for the relaxation factors of this water into my body to be able to work just as good as the blood of Christ being pleaded over my life and over my body, over my mind, over my heart, and hopefully taking whatever amounts of chemical and exposure that you can take from my body in it. And so I pray, Lord, that you are here with me and you hold me. You don't let me go. Not yet. I'm on a mission, Lord, and if I know things that, I'm way too smart about my own situation for what's being allowed me when I go into the doctors. I know what's going on with my body, when I'm going in there, or going into the hospital, or being taken by ambulance, And they're just making it anxiety, or something mental health, anything mental health. We can watch over your heart in the mental health unit. But they're not taking my advice, and that would be, finding the toxic metal, finding exactly what it is in my body. Because I guess they need to find that out before they go to work on what I'm saying to do. But what I'm telling them to do is, or what I'm asking them to do, I would say is just, there's that procedure, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a blood transfusion thing that they can do to take out chemicals and toxicity out of your body to help you live longer, and you can actually go walk out of that place like you're brand new. And so, basically from where you were at before, and maybe it might take a couple times, or, something to that level or that extent, but there's never anything within the medical community, Lord, that's helping me. And so I'm asking you in these ways because I'm being completely ignored with my plight and my availability of 24 years of studying how this targeted individual's systematic exposure to Freemasonry pedophiles that need to get away with their pedophilia just so happen to be protected by the system. And so, Lord, I ask you that you bless my body, you bless my heart, and you bless me to be able to sleep tonight. And I do these things with you, O Lord, because I don't believe in much that has to do with mammon anymore. They're just kind of dumb, free-for-all, fuck-for-all shit campaign artists, reading from the wrong Bibles, not taking into account all my studies for a very long time. And so I wholeheartedly believe that, one person that's in this family that I believe is actually being hurt, indiscriminately so, at least emotionally. But I believe there's a covert, very little arsenic abuse to not let her be alarmed by her own I don't know, thought process. So maybe it is her that she's just not trying to suggest that these things are real, but they are. And so Lord, I want people to know that I've come out of a very covert poisoning that didn't allow me to think straight until a little while ago, about a year ago or year and a half ago, concerning these things happening to me. And it's just been getting worse now in my body, and so I'm hoping that you can supernaturally heal me. And through this water that it is blessed, it's blessed with your provision and your healing power for me and my body to be able to continue to move and grow in my life and not be affected so hardcore by the things that are happening to me. But that's what people think is like, why don't you just go lift weights? Why don't you go to the gym? Why don't you do, like, they bring up good ideas if I wasn't decimated financially and by the hackers. And I'm just putting that out there for listeners, but Lord, we pray for provision, we pray for protection, we pray for promotion. Right now we need a true blessing to come to us in our deep need of support to help aid us and aid me where my body needs it the most, and that's nutrition and availability to drive to go get that nutrition, and availability to gas up my car to get that tradition, or get that nutrition. It's a tradition. I want to make it a tradition to be able to live my life organically, fully organic, and no chemicals, no exposure to the occultist, clouded up design for their own messed up hearts. So we also pray that we can create a ministry to steal hearts away from the occult and steal hearts away from the Freemasonry occultists, that they can start working in good of humanity instead of working in deception of humanity, and not be so tied up with anger. Love, force it into their hearts. Even they're loved, they need to be loved. Their bodies were created by you, Lord. Their bodies were created by you. Their minds, their abilities were not to be sitting there hampering our abilities to thrive in life, but to actually allow us to thrive, not hamper us in any fashion. But these have been long-standing crimes against me, so there's many, many, many police and people that I believe would be going to jail and going to prison for actions and just not taking accountability for the seriousness of the crime that's been staged up in my life from birth all the way up till now. That's affecting me and feeling very much so that it could take my life. So I guess I go into spiritual battle in this fashion, O Lord, today, because I'm faced and afflicted with spiritual battle inside of my body from a very long-standing covert poisoning that was meant to take my life, very acutely and strangely as it may be. I believe that my brothers are included in this doppelganger little crew, and they should be so scared once I were to be taken care of that the same things would be happening to them regardless on what side of the fence that they're working on. And so I really hope to steal back hearts and minds and souls, and especially those of my enemy, personal enemies towards me. I mean, they're not my enemies. They've made me the enemy of their systematic abuse or whatever. So I ask that you not only allow provision here, but you allow for other people to see, like, these people are completely dickheads for not wanting to move in favor of their little brother, or in favor of their friend, or in favor of their boyfriend, or whoever cherished them to pieces, but they just didn't see it, or whatever. That they want to work in this way and take the money and run, basically, and run gambit all over my life. So, though these crimes are hard to come by, they are very real, and I want people to see, besides like the 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds that completely get it, where the adults don't, that hopefully we can reach the adults that, you know, can actually utilize their words. How about that? You use your words, you know. Use your availability of reaching into the law, being lawmen and such and law women. Which, mind you, oh my God, is she hot? If she's not married, I would marry her. Oh, I guess that's kind of beside the point. I've just been so staged to be isolated and alone, decimated in my character, decimated in my mind, and decimated in my place, decimated in my availability to reach for my own card in my back wallet to put it in a gas pump, pull it out, and be able to pump gas. And yeah, so it stopped me in my grind multiple times, not just that way, but hijacking, mirroring my phones, enabling it to where I literally can't accept the $29 order. I'm like sitting there, come on, really? Accept this order, and it's just not even like registering that I'm like touching anywhere on that accept. Oh, but then right after that, a $2.16 order will come up, you know, that'll be like the same amount of miles, maybe even more miles. And yeah, I think that these things are very much controlled because of the CIA's availability to be able to like monitor and hack and move about these criminal operations. So we're praying against all these criminal operations that are setting stages in our lives. Not only the ways that they set stages with them in our lives, but also their availability to continue moving in that way, continue to poison us up, continue to move up in any way to come near us in that kind of fashion. The only kind of fashion that they're allowed in is through an emotional stance, a real emotional stance with you, O Lord, that we're praying for, that they can reach for their own heart's center and dig themselves out of the whole doppelganger crew that they're involved in, or the whole syndicate, if you will. Because these are wicked places with very wicked men. So Lord, you are our protector, and you are great. You are holy. You are just so amazing. You've saved me through so many attacks this far already, and I wouldn't be here speaking out at all if it wasn't for you, O Lord. So, among other places that you got me to think to reason with and through, and I'm glad I did make those moves, because I don't think I would be here alive today if it wasn't for the work of some of these men trying to build that kind of formula of the brotherhood of man that's just being lost in the Western society and kind of all over the world to some degrees, because of the media purporting garbage and because of the television glamorizing everything that's bad, you know, like making it like, oh, this is how you want to be because it's so cool. Oh, definitely be this way. If you do this, then you'll be protected. And that's what it's to actually show people. It's how protected that the criminality is, not the victim. Make sure you get that straight now. It's not the victim, people. Just putting this out there for my listeners. But the fact of the matter is that we deserve to hopefully get out from this, and in a very amazing way, O Lord, that you offer us provision here where it's necessary. We don't want to lose our things. We don't want to lose our stuff again, and we would like to be able to grow from where we're at and be able to really, you know, apply the pressure to our gas pedals without our brake systems being gamed up to where we don't want to tailgate anybody or anything like that, but we would like to drive the speed limit without fear of like a car stopping in front of us, causing us to slam on our brakes. With a brake system that's been very, very gamed up by a very covert operation. I'd imagine that I've spoken out on it probably about 5 or 6 times now. I don't know what people are hearing, but it's important factors that I believe people need to get to before they're able to comment on things. especially, 9 minutes or 24 minutes into like, oh, I just created the video and someone's creating a channel called Matthew's Tears and Mer Demon and all the stuff that actually goes congruent to the mission of what Heartworks would be. Heartworks is it's supposed to be a very heart-centered place for the heart's chakra to be able to work within the Lord on things that their dreams have been kind of stuffed into boxes. I mean, they're like working these jobs at McDonald's and such, thinking that they're going to get the money and, move in certain ways. I'm going to be gung-ho, I'm going to make it happen. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Well, maybe their father is a Freemason and they're well protected in the first place to be at that McDonald's in the first place and not be gamed up in the McDonald's atmosphere, But as for me, I was definitely gamed up in the atmospheres of my jobs, meaning to stop me from being able to work in order to prevent me from even seeing these things, oh Lord. So these people were making it to where like you would lose a job and then it'd be like, see, he can't hold down anything. He's incompetent and unstable. When in reality, it's really them that's actually acting out unstable, if you feel. So we do pray against these evil demons, demonic entities, and demonic forces that are at play here, O Lord, so that these people can see their own actions that are wrong. I mean, they can obviously see them. They're just trying to, like, janky them over and work them over while they just pushed me off into, like, a basic 43-year-old prison in my body, no matter where my body was. It was definitely not the organic and free me in any certain circumstance. And so they need to kill me not only because they need to convert their crimes, but they're trying to work up this identity theft and be this destiny swapping type of garbage that's running around with this Freemasonry occultists shit camp of a design that has this snake going around that post with the head on top, and it's on your paramedics, it's on your pill bottles, and it's also on the some of the Freemasonic lodges, and in their information about, as soon as you get high enough, it's about, get the people's trust so that we can work about the deception all we want. And they literally put their hand over a Bible and like have a rope around their neck, and they're willing to do all this stuff to say that they will never speak out, and if they ever speak out, they'll be killed. And it's like the same thing that like my father was doing to my own sister after the whole situation. Good God, the woman has been through enough just having a heart condition, and then you're gonna go to these extremes. Oh boys, you got some nerve, I don't know, I pray for your souls, I pray for the wickedness that's in your hearts, and I pray for the wickedness that's been instilled there by this demonic pressure from a very young age, because, I mean, I don't think that I would be far off from who they are if I was with my father as long as they have been. So I think people really need to understand that and understand the demons that are at play there so that they can pray against the spirit of evil in this. And go to work on it, here and there. Like, actually do, like, your due diligence, not just cry to the Lord and There's a lot of that with where they've sent me, I can tell you that much. But I was also being very covertly poisoned. And it's been a long time, so I need people to really understand it for what it is. It's not a mental health crisis, it's not schizophrenia, it's not depression, it's not anxiety. Sure, it's maybe caused a lot of anxiety, but the holistics I was after in the first place before the cyanide attack, or cyanide attacks, I should say, 2 of them, that they would be able to see that I'm telling the truth about these things. They would be able to see that these things really did happen to me, and that the ways that I was after was to be able to get my focus back and get my clarity back, because I noticed that it was missing when I was drumming, and having to follow my last doppelganger girlfriend all over my house, like not being able to trust her shit-camped ass mind that was being shit-camped by my own shit-camped friend in order to can me from the life so he could can her from the life and then continue with the other person that he really wanted, in my personal opinion. So as far as people hurting, she's got to hurt the worst. I don't know where she's at or what she's doing, but I do pray for her spirit as well. Go back to the Lord. Channel your emotions with the Lord. You're wrong with what you've done to me, and you know it. And this goes for the lot of you. The lot of you. What you've done to me is absolutely criminal. All the way back from being with another one from Shakopee that said to me a few things, you know, that were quite daunting, that I couldn't reason through at the time. But one of them was that she didn't care because she's got full coverage on the vehicle. Next thing I know, I'm driving down 35W feeling like I'm literally going to slip out of myself. I thought I was going to puke up my whole insides or something. And, you know, again, people just drive by. They don't think that you're going through anything serious. It's in the front of the car, too, because I'm actually very, like, kind of shy. Like, if I'm dying, it's like, oh my God, I'm kind of shy that I'm dying, I guess. Oh, heaven forbid I'm dying, you know? But it's like, you feel in that way that's like, you don't know what to feel, I guess. You don't know how to reason through anything correctly. And like, if anything correctly was happening about it, I would have been able to go into the hospital in the first place and just say, look, I know what's going on with me. Is there a way you guys can draw my blood and get the toxic metals, these soft metals out of my body? And then, you know, slowly but surely I can get my life back and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I really think that these people are just scared. I think that they're just scared. All they're scared about is that they're feeling like all they get is this life because of how they've moved or something like that. But move differently, repent of your sins and go to the Lord. At least try. Like, why are you not trying at least, you know? Okay, I gotta get out of here. My heart just started going. I'm gonna dump in that one more time. Oh. Let I pray over this water. Take these palpitations away. Don't allow me to get up being all lightheaded to where I feel like I'm gonna flop out of here, you know, like I feel all the time. Like it seems like this would be a place I would probably die, and I don't want to die this way. So I hope that you guys can understand my work, because it's meant to be from piece to piece to piece to piece, and at least, you know, there's like very important stuff at the ends of a lot of these too. So I mean, I think it's very important to watch all the way through. I personally don't believe that with the actual crime being as long-standing as it is, that there would be people going and, no, let's go celebrate a wedding and let's work this way and that way. And what they would be doing is coming together as a real family for a real problem, not, I don't know, going around it. But anyway, so with all the things that we prayed for here, Lord, we ask for provision and that I can calm down and I'm able to get to sleep. And it's just really hard because I feel like I'm living in a twilight zone that nobody really understands. And so I know that the Lord understands. And I'm asking for the Lord's provision and business to be able to be in this with me in just amazing ways. So I hope that that makes sense, and I hope that I can get listeners into my reasoning of coming out online in this first place in general, because I'm actually pretty shy of a person. I'm not shy, but I'm made kind of shy per se by the toxicity in my body or whatever. I don't know, but I'm not shy actually. I'm very charismatic and loving and heart-centered, and I like people coming to be forthright and forthcoming, not dancing around it like, ooh, I've got to dance around this like a nature boy. I don't know how to deal with all of this. But anyway, thanks for being here. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more. I'm trying to stream my whole life. I was asking for stream equipment now for I don't know, a year and a half. Still hoping that I can figure out a way to get it, because I'm trying to prove a very covert crime against me at large. I believe it's the largest it's happened in this fashion in a long, long time, and it's not happening to anybody else. It's happening to me, and I'm just being ignored, you know. So anyway, peace.